We got our guy here, Chris Simms. Always good talking to you here at the Super Bowl.
It's a yearly thing, right? Yeah. I mean, this is what we do.
You're a machine, honestly. I've been watching you going around. Obviously, it's Monday, so you haven't even done the 400 yet.
Yeah.
But, like, to me, to watch, like, you go to each team, like, we just cover the Bears, and that's exhausting in and of itself. But for you to be able to do all 32 teams, walk to any table, and just spit it out, like, that to me is impressive stuff.
Thanks a lot. I work hard at it. I do. It's one of the reasons a lot of the times I'm like glad when the playoffs come, because I'm like, okay, I can wipe this team off my list. I don't have to watch this film anymore. I'm good. But thanks, man. I try, at least. I try to be somewhat of a GM to all 32 teams.
Well, you used to have to wipe the Bears off the list of the playoffs, but we made it this year, right? It was pretty impressive. It must have been for you as a quarterback, right, to be pretty rewarding to see Caleb Williams ascend the way he did under Ben Johnson.
I mean, rewarding too, like for me personally right now in my life as far as media career, because I mean I've been on the Caleb Williams, like, no, he's still the number one pick of the draft. If we had to redraft it, I'd still take Caleb Williams. Of course, I've been on the Ben Johnson train and been like all last year. I was like, if it doesn't work, I'll be shocked. I mean, he's as good as like offensive play caller, go-to-head coach that I had seen since Shanahan going to the 49ers, where I was like, it's a slam dunk. I'd be shocked if it doesn't work. But Caleb Williams, how can you not be amazed at what we just saw? I mean, Caleb Williams is a superstar. There's only a few people in the sport that can do what Caleb Williams does. And please stop with the stupid completion percentage crap, all right? Because, like, I know we want that, but this is not in 2008 anymore. It's a different league. It's about making plays and changing field position and explosive plays, right? And that, to me, is where he is special, and the other stuff is coming, as we all saw. He's going to just get better and better in the pocket, as I always say, like Ben Johnson rewires the robot there.
So let's follow up on that. How high do you think is up next season for Caleb? Like, is it crazy to say this guy should be an MVP candidate next year?
No, it's not crazy at all to say that. Could he lead the NFL in every passing category and be the MVP next year? Yeah, he's got that type of talent. We're talking about a guy that I'm going to just say it, is right up there with the Mahomes and the Josh Allens and Lamar Jacksons of the world of, holy crap, no, you can't do that, Mr. Quarterback. Only a few people can, right? With his playmaking backyard ability, it's special. Now, does he need to become more of a machine in the pocket, right? Are there still throws where I'm sure you guys watch and go, wait, he just made that throw and then he missed the 5-yard out, right? Like, there's a little of that still. But you're seeing that grow, and of course that's going to take a second. When you've been able to play your whole life where you go, I can just make it happen. USC, high school, I can just make it happen. And now you have a coach going, we'll never win the Super Bowl if you just play, we're not going to make it happen. There's an adjustment period that we're seeing him go through, and he's thriving.
Was there any one game, one moment, one whatever this year with Caleb where like, I told you, that's it, I saw it?
Oh, I know. I want to be, this is where I wish I had my computer so I could look at the schedule, because I feel like there was a game where I started to go, uh-oh.
I feel like there was a behind-the-scenes video of you guys watching the Colston Loveland touchdown.
Well,
against the Bengals?
There?
Against the Bengals?
It could have been, definitely. I mean, it was around that time. I feel like there was another game I'm missing too, but it was around that time where I started to go, did you guys see that throw? I'd be in the NBC viewing room, right, with Devin McCourty and Jason Garrett, and they'd go, holy cow, right? And then it became like a weekly thing of like, hey, Caleb Williams. And then it was like Devin McCourty going, man, Caleb Williams might be the best playmaking quarterback in football, right? So it just like, it felt like it just continued to go that way. And then, of course, the fourth quarter magic and all that was incredible. But I know there is a moment, but I can't recall it exactly right now.
Well, you're speaking my language here, because I've been trying to lead this train in Chicago since the old Fields versus Caleb debate, which now in hindsight looks so ridiculous. But just the idea that there really should be no ceiling for this kid, because there's so much talent there. What do you think is the next step for him, though, for him to accomplish all these things you're talking about?
Right. So wait, so there was a debate on whether he might be Justin Fields. Is that what people were debating about?
I think you might have been a part of this, but you were definitely on the Caleb side. But we were talking about this in Vegas a couple years ago.
A couple of years in Vegas, I was going, I remember. Actually, you're right. I was I think I might just stay the course with Justin Fields. I will tell you, all right, and you can go back and watch the videotape. Once I watched film, I opened up at the combine about 3 weeks later.
I do actually remember this.
And I went, I've changed my mind. Caleb Williams is the pick. I'm sorry, Justin Fields, and things were kind of positive at the end of that year, but like, no. Like that, so, that's where I have to watch my big mouth sometimes. I write checks that I can't cash. But, yeah, he is special, and I think where it goes to the next level is two play. One is being a little bit better with his feet and his mechanics in the pocket so he doesn't miss some of those throws we were just talking about. The other aspect of this is he's at like kindergarten, second grade level in Ben Johnson's offense. So now to be able to get into the offseason and go, wait, we got stuff to build on from last year. And remember how we did things last year? All right, now this year I want to add this to this play, and I want to add this check, and hey, can you audible this if they play this defense? And that's to me where it's just going to go next level, to where it's going to get looking more like it did in Detroit, right? Where this year was like basic Detroit Lions. Next year I think you can start to see, whoa, reverses, speed sweeps, screens. Oh my gosh, he made an awesome check like Jared Goff did a few years ago and got a touchdown off of that. I think that's where it goes next level this year for Caleb Williams.
Well, you set me up for the exact segue where I want to take this. You talk about the Lions offense, right? Ben Johnson. I'm curious from your perspective, now that we've seen him as a head coach, not just an offensive coordinator, what did you see from him this year in terms of tendencies and how he was able to kind of build a game plan each week and how that evolved as the season went on?
Well, like one off the bat, I'm biased because I think Ben Johnson's the man. I mean, the man. He's a psycho, and all good coaches are psychos. Shanahan's a psycho, McVay's a psycho, right? Vrabel's a psycho, right? Belichick was a psycho, Bill Walsh was a psycho, Bill Parcells is a psycho. You got to be a psycho, period. And I think you guys see that in the press conferences. And I mean psycho in a good way. It's all about football. It's all about pushing buttons to be better at football. So all of that, I think I love that aspect. When I watch Ben Johnson's offense on film, I'm always like, it's as special as it gets. I'm close with Kyle Shanahan. I feel like he's the only one that I look at and go, ooh, this rivals Shanahan, right? The toughness of the football team is because of Ben Johnson. I mean, again, they played psycho and tough physical football because he's psycho in that way. That's the way it works. So that's what I love about Ben Johnson.
So if you go back to your playing days and some coach came in and was like, we're going to do good, better, best. I mean, some of the guys in the room are like looking around like, what is this? And then the Bears, of course, embraced it. How would that have landed with you?
I mean, I think that I would have been like, damn, I saw your results the last few years in Detroit. Whatever you say, coach. I'm down. And then when he does things, I think when he has an ability to be hard on guys, but also show them love, which is a really special trait. Because you got to be able to be hard on guys, but they can't think, oh man, he's always hard on me and just crapping on everything I do. At some point, you got to go back, hey, way to play yesterday. I knew you're going to be awesome this week. Like, there's got to be a little of that. Even Bill Belichick did stuff like that. And so I think he has the Midas touch as far as that's concerned, along with being an offensive genius. And yeah, I always say, like, he reminds me of, because he's from North Carolina, right? He's Southern Kyle Shanahan. He's Southern version Kyle Shanahan. I say that to a lot of friends I have in the league.
I think it's the part that surprised us a little bit was we knew about the offensive guru stuff and that respect, but when he got there and he was kicking guys out of drills and he was being the hardest, and they had the toughest training camp practice that I've seen in 15 years, where they were basically live for an entire practice back in training camp.
Then he said after the season, wasn't that tough?
Yeah. Like that's the part that kind of was like, oh, not only is this guy like really smart offensively, but he's kind of one of these badass tough coaches too.
Exactly right. I mean, the game is rooted in the run game, so that just tells you right there. He's. I go back to this ain't band camp. And we're not handing out little blue ribbons for you played the trumpet real nice today. Good job. No, people's asses are on the line. They're going to get fired. People's success adds to their contracts. You get an All-Pro. You make a $2 million bonus. Whatever. So it's big business that way and tough sledding. And yeah, I think he brings a toughness to the football team that. Again, you take most coaches or the teams, they adopt the personality of the coach. And I think you saw that with the Chicago Bears this year. And I think if you went around to the good teams in football compared to the middle of the road or down the bottom teams, you'd go, whoa, man, the 49ers are crazy physical in practice. Oh, whoa, damn, the Patriots. I mean, Vrabel's hitting out there. He's actually hitting, like he's hitting people, right? So I think there's part of that rubs off on the culture of your football team.
Who are you more, from watching at the end of the year and watching the two rookies evolve, who are you more excited to see kind of break out to the national stage? Colston Loveland or Luther Burden?
Oh, I know. You guys got such a good young nucleus, and that's where you guys are scary in that you're going to be here for a while and you get some money to spend on the defensive side of the ball and get some playmakers there. I'm interested to see what happens with DJ Moore because really you only have so many assets and so much money, and that seems like an overabundance. right? I was one that was kind of like the trade deadline. I would have thought about trading DJ Moore. But I would think he's trade bait here in the offseason because, again, you got Luther Bird, you got Colson Loveland, you got Colt Kmet, right? I mean, that's damn good. You got a Dunze. So you look at it from that, and I just go, wow, it's an incredible young nucleus. And if you made, I mean, I like Luther Burden, of course. I mean, just the sexiness of his big play ability, but that's no slight on Colston Loveland. He's special, and Ben knows how to orchestrate passing plays around the tight end, which is special too.
Best thing about being around Mike Florio every day is
when I get to leave him right after, like right at the end there, I'm like, oh, good, it's that last 2 minutes. No, Florio is, we're smart in different ways. He's very into the nuance of the league and what's going on, and behind the scenes at 345 Park, or I heard this from some coach or GM, and I'm a little bit more of the X's and O's ball guy, and that's where we match up and hopefully make a pretty good team.
You do a phenomenal job.
Thanks, man.
Big week. You guys got the Super Bowl on NBC. A lot of extra coverage
Let's go.
this week.
A lot of extra everything for me this week. Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Thanks, man. I
Appreciate you.
Always good seeing you guys.
Thanks.